starting the stream.
Alright. As we left off before, waiting for a long recap. So, the stranger that you guys have met, Safarin, is resting over on the other side. There's a freshly cooked meal waiting for you guys, silverware, clothes, a nice, neat table with a tablecloth. We're on the corner eating a ration. You guys are currently in the room. You guys all wake up from your slumbers. Katie, you still feel this effects of the fever, and you're heavily exhausted. At this point, on your end, Alan, you have light sniffles. For you, Mizell, a sneeze does come out.
Wait.
Wait, what?
2 sneezes come out.
One
second, I gotta do this for Andy. He
Update
asked
my
me
fucking
to
stream.
record to record chugging the awful martini. So I gotta do that now.
He's gonna puke.
Okay.
We're gonna catch that on stream too.
Oh boy.
Alright.
For all negative of my viewers to see.
To all of my middle schoolers out there, don't watch this. Oh my god, it's stuck.
It's stuck.
Turns into slime or jello.
Oh, it came unstuck. It's good.
Oh my.
Oh, what?
Cool. You guys just woke up. You guys just woke up from your slumber, so you guys can interact amongst you guys as you wish.
Alan heard Rune sneeze, and he kind of looks over, and he kind of puts his hand on her forehead.
Oh.
His little hand on her forehead. To see what I feel, if she's cold or warm.
Or just right.
Or just right.
As you kind of place your hand on there, there's a warmness there that scares you. You sniff your nose. Your nose is stuffed. But moving on from there, Rune has a rather warm head, evident of plausibly a fever. Her skin has lost some color.
Runite.
Alright, Andy, this one's for you.
Cool.
Oh fuck.
Oh fuck.
Not great. Please hold.
He's telling that to his stomach, not us.
Okay, so what's going on?
Okay, I survived.
Yeah, for the rest of you. Rune asked, not Rune. Alan asked Rune, which is okay.
Katie?
Yeah, she's just breathing. Alright, like she says.
Aww.
3.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's just breathing. Like she doesn't like really respond. She's just.
Mai. He's like looking over at Mai and trying to look down under the table for tea.
You see this creature with a book on his face.
Tea.
This isn't my Playboy.
I'm going to just look at the book and ask, what is this?
Right.
Right?
You're no. I'm saying you're. I was thinking you're at the halfway page would you say you're on?
27.
fuck?
It's
I
like
flip.
it's all like black.
I'm gonna flip through it to the nearest legible page.
As soon as you're flipping through them, they're all like blackish, all like kind of like scratched out in black. And then once you get to an actual readable page, it starts off in the alleyways of and it's dark of the city. I forgot what it's called.
Blood March.
Blood March. It starts off there.
Okay. I'm going to start reading it.
Alan's like T.
I'm just gonna put a finger up, as in like the wait 1 minute.
Mysel's looking between the two. She doesn't understand what's happening.
So I'm gonna look up and I'm gonna be, oh, this is yours. Maybe you can tell me what it's about.
Like what? No. What? He's like kind of like Rune is sick.
Oh. How sick are we talking?
I'm talking. She's warm, pale skin, sneezing, shivering since yesterday. And she won't talk to me.
Well, it was a stressful day for all of us. I can try to check her out. I'm gonna roll up and see what I'm gonna... God damn it, Andy. I'm going to do the just casual, like, Dr. Delio.
Medicine.
About as well as I expected.
For your end, there's a blanketing fever there. You see the off paleness of her skin color. It doesn't take a genius to notice. She slept in cold clothes, and the proximity to the fire was not enough to actually dry them overnight. You see that there's sniffles by that shack also with Alan and mine.
Okay.
Rune, at this point, you're not sure how much she can actually move.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like none of us slept all that well. Which is to be expected in a torture room.
Myzel smiles. This room is comfy for Myzel.
Yeah, Alan's gonna he's gonna get off the table.
Andy, I sent you the video. In general.
Grassy ass.
Grassy ass.
I smell something like someone cooked, but the raw cook? What?
Rune's gonna try to sit up.
Maybe
Be careful.
Mysel's gonna jump in front of her and make sure she doesn't fall.
Where's Myzel?
Right in front of her.
Maybe
You're invisible.
our stranger is a bit nicer than we first took him for.
Let me redo my token, see if that helps. Can you see it now?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe he goes to the door and he opens the door. But I'll let Maya and Rune if they're gonna do something to do.
I'm just gonna try to yes, you can try to walk. Like just get on her feet.
Connie.
Connie.
I don't know why, but you guys made me crave breakfast food now. So that's what I'm doing with my life.
As you try to move.
Motherfucker.
Oh god.
Just Reese noises.
It's called the ambiance.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I thought that's
did-
what Rhythm Bot was for.
Well, yeah, but we just mute Rhythmbot because I'm right here.
Did our new friend break something in the kitchen? I'm just kidding.
At this point, Rune, as you try to even move your body, you're not able to move. You can barely move at all.
How tall is Rune?
She is 5'2".
Oh, this is gonna look funny as hell. Myzel's gonna turn her back to Rune and just be like, position her body, offering to piggyback Rune out to the kitchen.
It's okay. I'll just lay down. I
Damn it,
just
I'm
need
not
to
wearing
lay
socks
down.
either.
I don't know if socks will save you.
Apparently T isn't wearing socks.
It's
Now,
okay.
canon, you have no socks now.
Well, I mean, I don't think T would be the type to sleep in socks on a torture room floor.
Who would sleep with socks on a torture room floor?
Myzel, but she doesn't wear socks anyway, so.
Cuckoo, continue.
So, psycho schoolgirl laugh.
Yeah, she's gonna try to lay back down again.
My-
She just looks really weak and tired.
Myzel looks at Alan, looks back at Rune, and
Alan
she just
looks
says,
over.
"Bring food for sister. Myzel will help
Alan,
sister."
Alan quickly nods. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I'm gonna exit the room.
You stop at the door, look back, and say that to your sister. As you pull it outwards, you take a couple steps out. As your feet tap down before you just stunned
Ah,
by just the room that
ah.
Stunned.
as you peer around.
Axe.
You see a clothes rack here that's just full of like clothes of varying what's the word? Clothes. You see a table
Clothes
and
of
a
varying
tablecloth.
clothes.
You see the stranger in distance.
Mhm.
You see a stove, bright crackling flames of a pot full of something that catches your attention. You see plates and silverware all around, and you can really have a 50-50 chance of figuring out.
What? I'm gonna brush over. Eh, what? And I'm coming up to Saf here. What? Did you do this? What happened around here?
Well, I cannot take credit for everything. The clothing was brought by a certain individual, but the rest of this kind of wave around. I do not sleep very much.
Oh, did he's gonna look over to the kitchen. Do I see the food?
Yeah, it's a massive pot that's bigger than you.
Oh, dang.
It should
Yeah,
still be warm if you are looking for some.
yeah. Actually, I need some. Uh,
Perfect.
oh,
Do
what?
you need help carrying it, or it is not for me? So
I think I can do it. Don't worry. You can rest. He
Sure.
Yeah.
He
How
kind of
tall is the counter?
No.
How tall is it?
No.
No.
you're small boy.
He's
You have to
gonna.
climb onto the counter if you shimmy up. but then that would entail that you're shimmying up a kitchen counter, putting your
Yeah.
fucking feet on the counter.
Okay, he's like attempting to reach, but he's obviously too short.
Reach what?
So,
The
He's trying to
pot?
reach
Saf-
the up for a plate and the spoon.
Saflorin is
Yeah.
gonna just stand up and come over and is just gonna say, if you would, he kind of gestures towards the clothes. Uh, go wild there. I can bring the food into the room you are in.
Oh, it's not for me. It's for my friend. She's sick.
Well, I do not want it, so I will bring it there.
What? No, I need to bring a bowl of food
Yes,
to
yes,
my
yes,
friend.
I will bring it all.
Wait, what? I'm sorry.
I will bring all of it.
You'll bring all. Okay,
Just,
okay.
just pick up the pot. And I'm gonna just carry the pot in the room.
Hold, strength check, go for it.
I mean, is it that heavy?
Your boy has like a lot in there.
And
Oh.
it's like we've established it's over 4 feet tall.
It's
Oh,
a massive pot.
if it's that heavy, then I wouldn't do that. I just assumed that it was like a large pot, but not like
No.
5,000 pounds.
No.
Oh, well then I'm gonna go back and I'm just gonna grab some bowls and I'm gonna fill them up and I'm gonna fill up. I can probably carry 3.
How?
You do so.
I can
Two.
carry. I can help. He
You
also
guys,
has.
I can point towards the clothes and just say, I'll get something from there.
There's so much glass.
Oh my god.
as you kind of at this point go upwards and take the bowls, you balance one on your head and the other two you just hold. You walk with like perfect dexterity with your hunchback into the room. As you bring it in, you use your feet to take it, like push open the door lightly. You do so, you look at the other individuals, and you're holding 3 spinning wheels.
I just kind of.
Mizell looks as he enters, and then she holds up her hand like to say stop. She looks at T. Get the food. Don't let stranger close. Stranger will get hurt.
I kind of roll my eyes, but then I stand up and say, of course, we shouldn't let our guests exert themselves. And I walk over and take the food.
Just kind of hand it over. I'm also, when I hand it over, I'm gonna say, there are some dry clothes that will suit themselves to your liking outside.
You really are one hell of a stranger, he replies.
Oh my lord.
I don't sleep much.
He chuckles.
I'm gonna go back out.
That's his only answer, apparently.
It's gonna slowly make his way to the door.
Mizell climbs back onto the table on the other side of Rune, and she takes one of the bowls from T. She
He stops you and says, please, would it be possible for you to take the one off of my head first?
she, she looks at him, she smiles, and she thinks for a moment. And she just looks at considers how funny it would be to leave that one there. And then she goes ahead and takes it.
Thank you. It's appreciated. And then he walks forward and puts both of the bowls on the table itself.
She kneels down next to Rune, and with one hand she tries to prop Rune up against her, and tries to feed Rune the soup.
She'll eat it.
What are these
Possibly.
bowls made out of?
Your classic white bowls.
Damn,
Hello?
they
Bowls
can't be
of
glass.
life.
Why would I make them glass? You want them to glass?
So I could drop them and have an excuse in character for all of these glass noises.
Cool. They're glass now.
Great, I drop one.
Oh
Oh!
my god!
Tea!
I'm sorry. I'll get right to cleaning that.
Imagine fucking something up just to use your own background noises.
Wait, here, let me, I'm just, please let me shoot me out. I don't know where I could find. He doesn't know the layout of the house, so he wouldn't know where to. Can you think about where to find possibly something to clean this up, like a broom or a?
We don't have one. We got all of our furniture from IKEA, and we didn't think of getting a dustpan when we first moved in.
Zakia.
So right now, both in and out of character, I am just using my hands to pick all up the broken glass.
Wait,
Young
don't use
fuck.
your hands.
What do you suggest I use?
Here, I'll do it. Can I use my telekinetic powers on the shards?
Sure. If you kind of just look around, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Investigation.
Any of the glass shards that you can physically see, you can kind of lift up, but there is like some of the soup mash on the ground, wasted
Mhm.
food. You pick up the glass pieces and kind of just place them down as they clatter onto the table.
Hold up.
Ruin
There you
concept.
go.
You're just seeing him have his hand out. Little trickles of what was you described it as purple, right, or blue?
It's honestly your character, so it could be your call. I'm
It's a
just being
mixture
purple.
of both.
Purple.
Yeah,
God damn it! I was about to say that.
and the shards are he's like slowly manipulating them with his hand to put them onto the table.
Yeah, but you in particular.
Oh,
You take
There
the
you go.
glass, you just sprinkle them down for some reason.
I
Fuck.
don't know. I don't think I got all of them, so just don't step there.
I'm assuming that this is in the doorway.
You're like by the table, aren't you?
Okay. Oh. Okay. Cool. That works.
Mm-hmm.
Here, let me get danger zone real quick.
Okay, seems so. So you see those red lines circling? I'm just kidding. Don't go on those spots. See, like, points.
Okay. Thank you for all of your help.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Can I have my book?
Oh. Totally forgot about that. And I'm going to sigh, pull it out, and say, you know, I really would love to read it sometime.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going.
Shot down by an 11-year-old.
Maybe. He kind of holds out his hand to get the book.
Yep. I hand it over.
Thanks.
And then a child.
You see him put it in his bag. I'm not too comfortable right now, but maybe later. That's his heart shattering.
Yeah.
He's gonna go over to Rune and Maisel. Rune, Are you eating properly? Is it okay? Is it warm enough?
like, she kind of just rubs her.
Bless
You're
you.
in the
Accurate.
magic number.
Apparently.
Ah, fuck!
The fuck was that,
It's
Reese?
like her
That was me
throat.
stabbing
Like she
myself
like
with a piece of glass. What do you think it was?
she like grabs her
job.
throat and she like rubs it and she looks very uncomfortable. Like
Your clothes were wet from the previous night too. He starts to think. I was told that there's a new set of clothes for us outside, at the table.
she's going to cast prestidigitation and dry her.
You can try. On save. And since you're exhausted, that's his advantage. No, as you reach your hand upwards to kind of cast a spell, the light flickers on your fingertip.
Wait, would you
It's
still be
big.
exhausted after sleeping?
Saves aren't at disadvantage until you're at 3 stacks.
Oh, yeah.
Can't how many
Yeah,
steps?
And
I'm
also,
at
didn't you
4.
just wake up from sleep?
I need a
Yeah,
refresh.
she's at 4 exhaustion right now. Currently, your girl is at 4 exhaustion.
Yeah,
Do
she
you
like
want me
tries
to
to
bring you
cast it,
clothes?
and she just weakly just nods. I guess.
Okay, I can do that. Mai, do you want me to bring you anything?
Mai looks down at herself, looks back at Alan. Only if it's the same.
I'll do my best. Okay, he's out of the room. He's gonna go right here next to Saf, and he's gonna start looking through the clothes.
I have a cold or a fever.
Yes.
Sounds like COVID.
Can I find out if I have a cold or a fever?
Self-diagnosis, you say? Medicine check.
No.
Wow. The very thought of concentrating. on
You think
thinking
you
about
have Ebola?
you peer down towards yourself. You're in too far a shit state, and your mind doesn't really care about your own situation right now. You register that your head is hot. You register that your body is cold, and you register that you can't move. And that's all you really do register.
Yeah, I can't see her rolls. I just.
Shishi, I'm rolling it.
Okay.
At this point, Alan, not Alan, mine.
Happening.
Rune in front of you, mine, is just absent.
Maizel just keeps feeding her. She doesn't really understand what's going on. All she knows is her sister is weak and her sister needs help.
You see the food go towards her mouth, and she kind of like turns her head from it.
She'll set down the spoon back into the bowl. And she'll frown and keep propping Rune up.
I'm fine.
Sister needs help. Maizel wants to help. sister's
care of
not
Alan.
fine.
Just take care of Alan.
Myzel can do both.
She's just gonna close her eyes.
Myzel's gonna keep room propped up and just sit there holding on to room.
Meanwhile, outside, we're looking through the clothes, Alan. Clothes rack is over there.
Mm-hmm.
Roll investigation check.
All right.
As Alan's doing that, I'm just gonna say they should also change form to be what you wish them to be.
I need a tuxedo.
Investigation. Do you mean? Oh no!
Wow.
Oh no!
At this point, you hear Taylor put the glass into the kitchen garbage can,
No, doesn't exist.
and he puts it in a different spot on the kitchen floor, close to the corner.
Wait,
Uh,
kitchen, we're in the torture room still.
I thought Alan was in the kitchen handling clothes.
Yeah.
at the table, yeah. Does that mean you followed?
I mean, I'm too busy picking up glass in real life to move my token.
Yeah. Okay.
Ah,
And
So what is?
stepping on glass, fuck.
Stop stepping on it.
I'll try my best.
Alright.
Reese, the ultra dumbass.
So with my net one, what happens?
As you peer around,
you find the first clothes you get, just grab it.
you look around. You can buy instructions of Saf. You don't quite catch on to the idea that the clothes themselves can shift. You're trying to approximate something that would fit Rune, but there's nothing of that quality actually there.
I'm just gonna. He just like grabs a bunch. You just see him like open his arms and just just scoop a bunch.
Scoop.
He just scoops them up.
You do so. You kind of take the clothes, you wring them off the kind of pole, and then some of it poofs over your vision,
Oh.
kind of shields your view.
Uh-oh.
You can't really see where you're going.
He knew Saf was right next to him, so he just goes, "Help."
Help.
Look down at the child. Anyway,
Fuck is wrong with
Not even telling the child he's being a dumbass, just like, okay.
this is my
I'm
life
s-
now, and
I'm
I'm
sorry.
just gonna reach down and take the clothes that are immediately on his head.
You take the floof of clothing off and help him carry the clothes inside. Alan races forward and you kind of follow along behind him. You guys eventually kind of break in and you notice kind of that same kind of glass as you guys enter the building at this point. You see like the rest of the slosh, the soup on the ground. And let's see.
So we both came into the room.
Yes, because he's
Okay.
holding the clothes for you.
Just kind of look around, recognize that this isn't really my place, and I'm gonna go to leave after I kind of drop the clothes on the ground with Alan.
He dropped the clothes on the ground. Rune's not gonna like that.
Yeah, you kind of just like floof the clothing onto the ground and just ends it in
he
a
I
looks-
pile.
mean, like, it's pretty clean in here, right?
Correct.
It's just Rune being Rune. He's gonna look to the clothes, but then look up at Saf and go, "Thank you for helping."
Just kind of nods and goes back.
Right? And it's gonna take the clothes he has with him, and he's gonna bring it over to the table. So I just grabbed a bunch of stuff. You just keep clean.
You
I
put
really
this,
didn't know what to look.
You put this myriad of clothing on. There's a what the fuck are they called? There's a little straw hat on top of the pile.
So he just kind of laid the clothes out, or is attempting to lay the clothes out. So Maya and Rune can do them.
Mizell gently lays Rune down and starts rummaging through the clothes. She's looking for anything that appears similar to what Rune's wearing.
He got the stuff from the floor and he just brings it back to you.
You sequence through, bringing clothing, just slapping on the table. There's a large pile of fabric next to room. Some of it shelters your feet.
Does Mizell find anything that matches what Rune is wearing?
One investigation check.
Don't be my dumbass.
Outfits matched.
For the most part, maybe the design is off just a little bit. Color's different. But that doesn't really matter to myself.
She takes it, sets it next to Rune, and just starts stripping Rune down to change her.
Oh my god.
Yes, in front of the child.
He ran.
Zoom.
He zoomed out.
But
T also zooms out, but out of respect rather than fear.
He's like, "No, naked lady."
Does he see that coming out? Does Alan yell that as he leaves?
He did not yell that as he leaves, but he can see that Alan's kind of flustered. He's just like,
Dang.
He's just shaking his head.
Kai things.
I'm just gonna shake my head and nod. I'm gonna mutter under my breath in Celestial. It is not all crazy here.
get us. Go.
What?
It's a language you don't understand.
Oh. Well, yeah. Mizell only understands common, and she barely understands that.
If you continue on at this point, you go ahead and take some time to kind of rummage through. You change room and the clothes that, as you kind of just place them on, they align and fit themselves to the room. And they're rather snugly clothed for your room. And it gives you a little bit of warmth. The fire behind you, still awake and going after all this time.
Mizell takes the old clothes, folds them up and sets them on the floor near the furnace before... Fuck.
Before fuck.
Is that what we're doing? Performance check.
Let's see how badly I fail. 5. She carefully pulls Rune over to this side of the table, so she's closer to the fire, and gently lays her down again.
Is the fire hot?
Fi- the fire, you can feel a slight warmth on your eyes, which have watered down and are extremely poofy. They're really, really dry eyes that you can't even look towards the fire, just simply how much it would hurt if you do. You can't feel the heat. Numb.
But Andy, you didn't answer the question. Is the fire itself hot?
Once she's lied Rune down by the fire, she'll look through the clothes and find whatever she can that matches what she's currently wearing and change into that.
You find something, you're like, oh well, don't need underwear, just put something on.
Lysel wears underwear? What?
He said don't need underwear.
Oh, okay.
As you change, Rune still lays there, relatively immobile from the flames.
Shit, that fucking thing. She moves away, picks up the clothes and goes over to the door. She opens it up and seeing Alan is there, gives the clothes back to Alan. She looks over at the stranger and she just smiles as she turns around and goes back to stay with Rune.
Was I given the extras, or is it the dirty clothes?
She folded up the dirty clothes and laid them on the floor by the
Okay,
furnace.
so it's the extras.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. He's gonna take those and...
Can Alan see over all of them?
Can I see over what?
All of them?
All of those clothes?
Oh. I don't know. He grabbed like a bunch that he can carry, but then they already took some, so I assume it's enough that from what he can carry.
Alright.
It's fine.
Look at you coming up with improv flavor. We're proud of you.
Oh, thank you. He puts it on the table, but then he starts rummaging through it to find something for himself.
You find something. As a kid, I don't know how much of a fashionista you are. You find something, you put it on, you're like, yeah, this is a bit too big for me. But you kind of slide it on and it goes slower to fit. Strange clothing it is.
May I just say, may I just say, before he took things off, he's gonna run this way and up the stairs. Since they're preoccupying that room.
Raw noises.
As you run upstairs, you run past the one-legged man, backflipping and front-flipping up and down the stairs.
Yeah. Oh, I imagine he was still like at somewhere over there where he ended up.
Where are you changing? Because you either have the bathroom, the hallway, or mother's room.
Oh no.
Okay, is Rob really right there?
Yes.
God damn it. Okay, I don't want to. I'm doing the bathroom. I'm not being a dumbass. He's going into the bathroom where the curtain into
Go
the
ahead and
voids.
you run to the bathroom. You go ahead as you do so. You change into your clothes. You fold your wet clothes as close as you can to what folding seems like to you. And as you go out and you pull the door open to run out, you hear another. You hear one this time. Boom. Almost as if something hit glass. You go over towards it.
Glass, you say?
There's
Wait,
a
I hear glass.
you hear something almost as if someone like took their fist and knocked on the glass. You look over towards where a mirror would be, and though it was shattered before, there's a reformed mirror in this room.
He's gonna look at it.
Mm. You
Hmm.
kind of just like staring once,
This time, what? I'm sorry.
as you just stare inwards. The mirror just has your reflection in it. Nothing of importance.
He's gonna narrow his eyes a little bit because he knows he hurt something. But he's gonna start going back to the door again.
You head out, and as you do so, you hear a
Oh god.
screeching noise.
Can I look towards the direction it's coming from?
You look towards the mirror again. There's a strange symbol carved into it. What languages do you speak?
Can I, as I look at the symbol that's carved there, he's spooked that it just appeared. There's something obviously did it, but he's gonna try to see if he knows. Have you seen that mark before?
Hmm.
Or if it
Go
has
ahead.
any significance that he might know?
So this is imagine looking at like Japanese like what the fuck's it called? The Japanese
Writing.
characters. It's
Mhm.
such a single language
Which
that you can't
one?
perceive.
Kanji, hiragana, or katakana?
Okay, stop right there
Don't be a
with your
weeb.
syllables. But essentially, you see symbols on the mirror that are imperceivable to you, but they probably mean something. Just depends on what languages you know.
Oof. Right now I only know.
Yeah, to you, just a strange marking in the mirror. It wasn't there before though.
Oh, I know Inferno and what? I do? I didn't know that.
What?
So, so what language? I don't know the language, right?
It depends on what languages you know.
Apparently I know Infernal and Abyssal too.
Cool. If you know, cool, we got some Bissell in there. That's good enough for me. As you kind of look towards it, you rub your eyes once more, rotate your head a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and imagine it's like cursive, where it's a little bit hard to read at the first. As you peer a little bit more, you just read one word: help.
Oh shit.
Oh God. Okay. He's just gonna stare at it for a moment before he runs out of the bathroom, and he comes down the stairs.
You rush past Raw as your feet just hurriedly skitter and run downwards in a panic.
Eh,
Of course, Ra doesn't think to ask what the fuck is wrong.
yeah.
More like what's wrong. Haha.
What's wrong? Wait, is Ra here?
Yeah.
He is, but his mouth is currently broken.
Oh damn.
Just
Yeah,
Jonathan
so Ra,
things.
so Ra, you see him you see Alan just run out of the bathroom and start running past. Did he even he
It's
probably didn't even
raw. Of
notice
course
you.
he doesn't.
And he runs past, and he's going this way.
I feel like
where-
Ra would
where-
just look up at you and say, "I'm not paying child support."
What? Anyway, where's T right now?
He's-
Torture room.
Torture.
Mm.
Oh, he.
Are you?
T?
Am I?
You said
Are
you
you-
moved out to put glass in the corner, so I put you in the corner to put glass there.
Oh,
Yeah, and then
I
you
mean,
moved out of the room while.
that's a brief action, so I'd probably just be at the table, idly chatting with our new charitable stranger.
Cool.
Do you guys want to chat before I make my entrance?
So, are you from Tennessee? 'Cause I hear there's
What?
lovely weather down there.
God damn it, Reese.
I do not know what you are talking about. No, I am. I've spent most of my life here.
What brought you here, of all things?
To this specific house?
I mean, yes, but more importantly, the city of, I don't know, the capital of murder and gore?
So, how did I end up in Blood March?
Absolutely.
The people who were my family brought me here. I was too young to know what was happening.
Where's your family now?
He kind of holds both his arms out. Doesn't say a word.
In response, T does another handstand.
Why? Why?
He kind of looks like the stunned guy where he's like blink, 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 blink.
What fresh new hell have I entered?
Stands back up. Sorry, I thought we were just both doing meaningless gestures.
No, I was referring to the fact that I am the only one left.
Oh. That makes the handstand seem especially insensitive now. I apologize.
Yes. It is insensitive indeed.
He just kind of looks and he's like, okay, so circling back a moment, what brought you to this house of all places?
It was raining. It looked abandoned.
Now
Great
Alan
small talk.
is. Yeah, sorry. Now
Alan?
T, shut up. We've all done it now. It's fine. But yeah, now T just kind of. It's T's turn to do the stunned face. He just blinks a few times, and he's like, "Yeah, we probably should work on that, shouldn't we?"
Considering that there was an entire room missing from the upper floor. Yes.
You don't happen to know anything about carpentry, do you?
Do I appear as a carpenter?
You know, but you don't exactly appear as Michelin star chef either.
I suppose looks can be deceiving.
Thank you again for the breakfast, by the way.
He just kind of nods.
Did you make it through the night without problem?
As I said to the young one, the clothing was brought by another. His name Abaddon had a book
Abbott.
Something
At this,
about
he just
stories.
He just kind of gently groans, but like he says, "Ah, yes, Abaddon. We're quite familiar. He seems to be strangely infatuated with this family, and yet we still haven't figured out why that is."
His eyes kind of widen for a moment. You call this a family?
Absolutely. We're all together here. Many of us have families that were broken beforehand. I managed to meet the woman who we call Mother through my work several years ago, and we've been close knit ever since. Although I suppose you'd call it an induction to the family, has been rather recent.
You are all very odd people.
I
To
guess
call.
you'll fit right in.
T! T!
Yes,
He's like coming down the stairs. T!
Alan. What do you need?
The, in the bathroom, there was a noise in the mirror, and, when I looked, there was these characters, and they read help.
Was there anything else in the mirror?
No, just that.
I look over to Cephalorn. How good are you at fighting off creatures from other planes of existence?
I have made it this far in Blood March.
Why don't you come up with us? And I go up to investigate with Cephalorn and Alan if he follows.
As you kind of walks, Cephalorn is just gonna say, when I agreed to stay here, I did not expect that it would involve fighting your battles.
What did he say?
That he, when he stayed, he didn't expect to be fighting our battles.
When you stayed here, I didn't expect you to not murder us halfway through the night.
Shrugs. It is Blood March.
No, maybe it was someone sending a message.
Alright, in that case, I'm just going to casually stride through the door,
Huh?
the torture room,
Yeah.
and say, "Ladies," and I'm going to motion to Rune. You may be incapacitated right now, and I'm going to point to Mizell, but we may have another situation. Follow me.
Mizell looks between T and Rune. What about sister?
Sister Rune will survive.
I can. I'm like behind T and I'm holding up my hand. I can stay with her.
Sounds like a perfectly reasonable compromise to me.
She smiles, looks down at Rune again, looks back at T and Alan, and she nods and starts walking. She heads over to where she was laying down and grabs the malice dagger again before she follows T out.
I just kind of power walk to the stairs and call back. I promise you, I'll be especially careful.
Alan nods, looking worriedly before he enters the room and goes to.
Now, bathroom is here, right? No, that's
No.
the room. Is the bathroom here?
Bathroom is here.
Yeah, right there. I
Like
went
it's
into the
right.
void.
It's right at the top of the stairs.
I'm not redrawing
Okay.
that bitch. Anyways, as you head
I'm
into
not
the
gonna
room
draw that
at this
bitch.
point, Alan, you crawl onto the table next to Rune, and you hear her dry breaths, and she has difficulty breathing.
I hold her, or I try to hug her because I can't pick her up.
It's okay.
Didn't answer the question, but okay.
Rune, your voice is really hoarse, really dry. It hurts to even speak.
It's fine, Alan.
You don't sound fine at all.
Just need to rest.
Alan nods his head. I agree. It's okay. I'll protect you.
She
Oh,
smiles. She smiles weakly.
Rune, you feel around your mouth, and as you kind of flap your tongue around, you know how dry your mouth is. You need hydration.
So I'm dehydrated.
That's lightly putting it.
More bad decisions? Great, let's see it.
I didn't eat either.
Um, she just
Here's water.
Water?
she nods weakly.
I'm okay. Just stay there, okay?
Okay.
And hop off. He hears the whistling, and when he steps out, he sees Seth. And he looks at him and goes, if you don't mind, from the doorway, if you don't wanna enter, can you at least just watch Rune? I need to get her some water.
What is the problem?
What is the what? Sorry?
What is the problem?
I, she's sick. It could be cold. I don't know, fever.
And then nods, checks inside.
And he's gonna hurry to the kitchen.
I'm gonna move up to the table. Can I see what's immediate? Can I like make a medicine check to see what's wrong?
Go for it.
Medicine. God tier, baby. Imagine rolling above a 10 this session. Still have yet to happen.
From your perspective, you see the obvious signs. It's just a fever. It's just a cold. She just needs water. And some rest.
Does she look cold?
Maliciously cold.
Ooh,
But it doesn't matter.
like very cold?
It's just, yeah. It's just a bad cold. You don't have to worry about it.
I'm gonna look at her and I'm gonna say, are you cold?
I'm just thirsty.
You are not cold at all.
What did you say?
You said you're not cold at all?
Do I feel the heat or is it cold?
You're numb. You can't feel shit.
I don't feel anything.
Edge Lord.
Would I know would I know
What?
that means that she's very cold?
From that check, you would assume that's plausibly because she's just cold. Probably just needs warmth, nothing more.
I'm gonna look at her and I'm just gonna say, could I assist you in warming up?
Oh, hello.
Okay.
Kind of unbutton the shirt that I had on.
Hello.
Oh my.
Fuck 'em.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh my.
And as the kind of bandages on his chest are exposed, he's gonna look at them and he's gonna say, Shivavnin. And they're gonna kind of shoot out from around his hands and torso. And they're gonna wrap around you and try to insulate you a little bit.
Do I
Oh.
feel it or no?
Hmm?
Robert
feel
really
it
just
or
pulled
no?
a I can keep you warm.
Exactly.
Do I feel it or no?
You are completely numb.
Do I see if that has any effect?
The body
She just-
doesn't respond at all. From your perspective, it simply wraps around her body.
I'm gonna curse in Celestial. And I'm gonna murmur another word. Fashkara. And a kind of
Like
small
right back.
small tether of ink kind of
Mhm.
snakes out.
Jesus.
Ow.
Jesus.
A small kind of tendril of ink kind of snakes out from underneath his cloak. Kind of moves towards you. He just looks at you and he says, "It will allow me to figure out what is going on." I'm going to bind with rune.
Go ahead and roll me Constitution saving throw.
Doink 23.
Nice. As you go ahead and bind the chain into her body, you get this disturbing response. Her body is extremely numb, but there's something else there trying to chew at you.
So there's something there
Back.
trying to
Welcome back.
stop me.
No,
Whoa.
as you link towards her, there's something slowly nibbling away at Rune.
Is it dealing damage to her?
Not health point wise.
Okay. Because you know what my bind does, right?
See,
I'm just gonna look at her and just say, "You're sure that there is nothing unique going on here?"
What is he saying to me?
Yeah, Robert, your accent is tough.
Oh, fine.
I feel like you're quieter than you normally are.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not sure if
Robert
that was
has
just a me
exhaustion.
thing.
Robert
No.
has exhaustion right now.
Valid.
Re-
But yeah,
Real life exhaustion.
Robert, you're quieter than you normally are, so which makes your
Oh,
accent hard to
yeah.
understand.
He's a quiet guy.
Yeah,
He
Her
just says,
perception's pretty low too.
I just turned up the volume so I could hear better.
Me too. You're at 200%.
"Oh, sorry."
No worries.
Oh, yeah,
He
you're
just-
fine.
Now,
Yeah, you're
now
good.
drop some glass.
No,
he,
drop
ju-
some.
he just says, "Are you sure that there is nothing unique going on here?"
does not well.
Obviously, I can feel that. Okay.
Do I get the water?
At this time, you would have hopped your way over towards the scene. Notice how abhorrently small you are. Realize that you have levitation powers.
Yeah.
The sink
He
pours open. You carry your glass over and you get a good good cup of water.
Mhm. Thank you. Now I know to abuse it. So I got the cup of water and to zoom
Hot,
zoom.
hot take: Ellen is just Matilda with extra steps.
Basically, zoom 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 it.
As you walk in the door, you see Rune is kind of wrapped in bandages, and there's this kind of inky tendril connecting the two of them. The bandages are
Bondage.
various colors. Some are kind of like regular bandage color. Some are kind of a deep crimson red.
What's going on?
I kind of turn over and I look and I just say,
He looks really concerned.
I was simply seeing if there was something I could do to assist.
Can I do an insight check?
Go for it.
He was trying to fuck your mom's kid.
Not my mom. Okay.
Way to join the family.
Jesus.
Insight.
Alabama, baby.
Bam balam.
Oh fuck!
Review as you please, brother.
I mean, he seems pretty straightforward, honest. There doesn't seem to be any real, like, it's not like the bandages are squeezing Rune. They're just there. And he seems to be very calm and not really trying to hide anything.
Alan, during basically the insight, he was staring at them, but he seems to have calmed and he nods his head. I brought the water for her. She said she was thirsty.
He just kind of retracts the kind of tendril of ink from Rune and kind of says another word, and the bandages kind of all come off. Kind of wrap back around his chest and arms. Kind of looks down at Alan and says, "Who is the leader among the group of you?"
He kind of frowns at that. She's not here. And then he just gets really quiet before he gently says, and a person who was, he's no longer.
Oh, so that is the loss you are all feeling.
He nods his head sadly.
He's just gonna look around. Neither of you would be the next in line.
He kind of looks at Rune. I honestly just got here yesterday. I really don't.
He kind of nods. He kind of walks around and leaves the room.
Oh my god, we adopted that kid in one day flat? Jesus Christ, we're clingy people.
We're very clingy. We're all messed up. Anyway,
Clingy with trauma, TM.
he watched him go, but he focuses again on Rune and he gets on the table.
You get on the table, slide next to Rune. She's currently facing the fire, balled up.
Rune, can you drink? Do you want me to help you?
Can I?
Telekinesis.
Alan pours out a shitty martini.
Can I reach for the glass?
Go ahead, roll me a con save.
He's gonna kind of still hold it until he knows she has a grip on it.
As you kind of bring your hand up, the shaky movement pisses you off. You have such a lack of control. And Alan assists you, casting his levitation as Reese takes a piss, apparently.
Alan is just. Alan's in the bathroom, it makes sense.
Alan?
Fuck! T is in the bathroom, it makes sense.
Right.
It's
As you
happening.
continue onwards, your weak hand, your finger grips onto the glass, but you see your hand kind of drop and almost spill the water, but you levitate it
Oh,
and assist her, bring it all the way up to her mouth, and as it crests there, she goes ahead and drinks a little bit of that water. From your perspective, Katie, it's a burning, cold sensation that goes all and reaches all the way down your throat. It hurts to hold it in, but you have to keep it down. You need water. Katie?
Is Katie still alive?
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
And she is trying to drink the water.
Hey, that's not my wet keyboard this time. Nice.
You continue onwards. You're still making the most background noise, buddy. And you continue onwards. You down the rest of that, like a shitty martini. It burns as it goes down. Sip by sip. You swallow it. Eventually you finish the cup. You move your fingers around. You see how much ability you really have. And it's not much. You can strain yourself to move. But you're not sure what's going on. Your mind is mentally distant.
She's just gonna lay down. Oh, I mean, she's just gonna continue to lay down.
he's gonna take the cup from her so she can get cup.
What are you gonna do?
Don't worry about it. He pats her head. And watches over her now. Once again.
As you sit next to each other, the fire crackling next to you, a warming furnace that has yet to die, a warming fire. The camera swivels over to the bathroom. The rest three of you have marched up the stairs and entered into the vestibule, cautious. You guys peer inwards, look towards the mirror, and you see the plain glass with an etching in there, reading help in Inferno.
Shit, I need to remember what languages.
You can add those to your sheet.
No, I do. They're on my sheet. I just need to open my sheet. I speak
mean-
primordial.
I mean, he told you what it said, so
Mhm.
fine.
Yeah, you know what it says? The carving looks like it was done using whatever someone could.
Mizell looks at it.
Fingernail.
Mother's mirror is a portal. Mizell doesn't trust mirrors.
Fair
He just kind
assessment.
of remains silent. Looking forward, trying to see if there's anything else suspect about the mirror.
You can roll insight or arcana, or even investigation.
Nice.
It's fine.
Looking at the plane itself, this mirror in the bathroom is strange. The etching isn't made from the front of the mirror, it's made from behind it.
In before two-way mirror.
Every mirror in this house is two-way.
Everything in this house is two-way. Fucking hell, mother.
So,
Anything you guys would like to do up there?
what exactly are we supposed to do with mirror?
Mizell approaches the mirror cautiously. She gets up close to it. She looks at it. She remembers the purple mist coming from the mirror in Leah's room. Is there any other than the marking? Is there anything else strange about it?
The etching itself, I'm not sure how it was made. It's really crudely drawn. There's a desperation in it.
She looks back at T. What does the symbol mean?
Is that just the symbol that reads help, or is that something else?
This one that's help.
It says help.
Mother wrote the symbol?
How do you know?
She's asking.
Oh. I don't know. Does it look like her handwriting? Yeah, and I'm also going to check at that same time to see if it looks like her handwriting.
Go ahead, roll a history check.
Mizell wouldn't be able to figure that out. She's never seen Leah's handwriting.
7.
Mother usually writes with more composure and elegance. There's a familiar tale to the writing style, though.
I'll look up and say, it could be, it couldn't be. I've never seen her write with this much desperation.
That is all Mizell needed. She reaches out and touches the mirror.
Kind of, as you go ahead, reach your hand and kind of place your hand on the mirror. You just get stopped by a glass plane. This isn't an entrance.
cannot enter here, but Mizell knows a way in. She looks back
Hold
to
up.
T and Raw.
We're not actually considering going into this mirror dimension, right?
Mother needs help. Only we can save Mother.
I mean, be that as it may, how do we know she wrote that and not the guy trying to lure us there?
We can't. Which is why we owe it to her to try.
Oh, what's it? Wait. Okay. So, do we know what we're even expecting once we go in there? Especially since we're down a leg and a person.
No.
My
We need to take the extra time to prepare.
Mizell has that wicked grin that she's had before. It's finally returned to her face. There is evil there. Expect the worst.
Great.
Our problem last time
Oh.
was that we were too brash. We didn't come at it with a well-executed plan.
Well, we had a plan. Someone didn't follow it. Well, you know. Sure. He just starts hopping backwards. Well, I'll be here.
She looks
Just
down
tell
the
me when-
stairs. Maybe Stranger can help. But Stranger can't get close to Mizell. Not yet,
Well-
anyway.
Why is that?
She looks back at T. She closes her eyes, and both her hands glow a pink with a pink aura. And you feel a sense of malice emanating off of her. Mizell can't hurt family anymore. But this is why. People
I mean-
can't get close to Mizell. They usually die. That wicked smile widens as she says that. Stranger is not family yet. Stranger can't get close. She
With
keeps
Mother
that
gone.
pink aura active as she steps backwards, and you feel the malice disappear.
With
That is
Mother
the
gone.
closest one can get without getting hurt.
I understand. But with Mother gone, how would the stranger go about becoming family?
Family helps family. Mother isn't the only one who can accept family. Stranger needs merely prove himself.
I understand.
She starts walking towards Leah's room. When she gets there, she's just gonna sit down and stare through the door again.
You do so. You lay yourself on the ground. You see that black smokiness still emanating from the mirror in her room. You see the blockade of the shrapnel bed cramming itself in such a way, such an inconvenience that you can't simply vault over it.
She's just gonna sit there and wait for the intelligent ones to formulate a plan.
At this point, Ra just looks over at Mai. Ooh, let's see how this goes. He just starts hopping on down the stairs.
Backwards
he
or
gets to
forwards?
backwards.
Excellent. You kind of like glitch step downwards, just backwards.
And once he gets to the bottom, he looks over at Saflarin. Hey, bandage guy, you want to fight an Eldritch demon from the mirror dimension?
Oh my god.
Perfect.
He kind of looks at you. Not particularly, no.
Smart man. He just he just starts hopping back. He just hops back up the stairs.
Perfect. Exactly what
He
I
looks at-
expected.
He looks at T. He doesn't want to come.
T just kind of. Actually, would T have heard that exchange?
Probably. He
It
was
was
yelling.
so quick. The only thing you really heard was Ra bark something, a quick murmur, and then Ra just be like, "Ha!" and
So, T is going to say, well, I'm going to assume that you haven't spent much time persuading people. No matter.
I mean,
That's where I shine, and I'm going to walk down the stairs myself.
great.
go get him, champ.
So as soon as I go down the stairs, I am going to shout as loud as possible.
Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a family meeting.
Oh.
Oh my
maybe.
god, I have to see this train wreck.
You
Jumps
yell
down
that
the
outwards.
stairs.
Dude, do I hear it from where I'm with Rune?
Yeah, he's projecting his voice, and he has enough public speaking skills that he knows just the amount of oomph he needs. You hear this, and you hear it loud and clear as it echoes in. Rune, you also hear it, but you're far too worried about, dying.
So aren't we all, buddy?
As
Yeah,
Yeah.
Alan hears it, but he worriedly looks to Rune, then to the door, and then back at Rune. He feels like he can't leave her side. Stays with her.
I'm just gonna,
Go,
when I hear that
don't worry
from
about
T,
me.
I'm just gonna
Huh?
stand up.
Don't worry about me.
When
I'm
I
sorry.
hear that,
She said, "Don't worry about me."
No, I didn't hear clattering.
That's all.
Okay. Saf, go ahead and do what you're gonna do.
when I hear that, I'm gonna stand up, brush off my pants, and say, "This family? Then I suppose that I should get going."
I'm going to look over and say, no, we'll have you join us for this one. If you decide later you want to leave, that's your prerogative. We're going to have you here. You were kind enough to make us all breakfast and not steal a fresh pair of clothes. That makes you all right in my book.
He just kind of nods. I would be far more worried about what is going on in that room at the moment.
Which room is he talking about?
The torture room.
Then I'm going to say. I understand. Thank you for having a level head. And I'm going to start walking into the torture room.
No, Rune, I can't leave.
There's no need to leave. We'll have it right here.
Uh,
I say walking through the door.
Mizell approaches Saf. She stays just outside of her aura, and she just looks at him.
He just kind of looks at her as she kind of walks by. So, are you going to kill me? Have you decided that yet?
Stranger knows what's wrong with sister.
Well, you threatened to kill me last night.
I threaten to kill only if Stranger is a threat. Stranger has shown himself to not be a threat. For now. But Stranger did not answer Maisel's question. Stranger knows what's wrong with sister, yes?
Perhaps it is not my specialty,
Perhaps.
but I can tell that there is something far more wrong than simple sickness.
In the other room at the same time, I'm taking a position at the torture table, looking over to Rune, then to Alan. Have we figured out just what's wrong with her yet?
I mean, Saffler and anything else.
It's so
I
cold.
look at Rune and can I do an Arcana check?
Go
While she
for
does
it.
that, I'm going to do a med check.
Go for it.
Good. Wish me luck, y'all.
Good luck.
Nope.
Ugh.
Lemon juice for you.
Hey!
Lemon
28.
juice.
Well, natural 19. From your avenue, Auntie, there's less to do with physical sickness, because the exterior symptoms just seem like that of a really, really, really bad sickness or cold. From your end, Alan, there is a deeper issue here. There is seemingly a confliction of some kind of magical force here, like some kind of magical disease.
I'm going to look over to Rune and say, Asai, have you had any interactions with, say, magical spiders recently? And grin.
Grin.
He was right. I look at T. There's something else. Something's affecting her body.
Can you tell what it is?
It looks like some disease. Can I look around to see if there's any like pinpoint that something's happening, or it's just happening within her body? Like a
Go ahead and
Has Alan rolled a med check yet?
yes. Well, Alan has not rolled a med check. But from your perspective, Alan, go ahead and roll me a follow-up Arcana check.
Alright. 28.
God damn.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Papa. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No.
There's a familiarity here. You take a second to think about something that can corrupt or erode. That's magical, like some kind of plague or insects. You think about your time within your own mind. You think about what connected and fished you out of that hellhole. What was the result?
Oh, you
What did you get out?
He just hear Alan go. He's like in shocked and with like from what he remembered and thought, but then he's also like shaking as he's remembering his time inside his head.
Alan, what's wrong?
She's infected. I know. In my
Infected?
head.
With what?
Yeah. When she was helping me escape, the person he killed in me captive, he used a spell, and these these wasp-looking things were trying to eat away at the tether that was helping me.
I see.
It had the same magic to it. And eroded it. It was completely disintegrating it.
Right.
And you see a connection between that and Rune.
Mm-hmm. He still seems He's still shaking.
Well, that's obviously not good news. How did you disable the spell?
I didn't. What happened was, everyone pulled me out, and I woke up. But after that, the wasps are still affecting the tether.
Who cast this spell?
Did person who held me captive.
Is he still... He points at your head shortly. Still in there?
It's most likely.
It's okay, Alan. It's okay.
Rune, I'm sorry. He's tearing up.
I'm okay.
If nothing else, I think that this has officially become a Lysel problem. Could you go get her, please?
He's
I was
like
talking
kind
to
of,
Alan.
he's kind of holding onto her hand, and he's shaking, and he's gripping it like he doesn't want to let go.
Don't worry. I'll take care of Rune. It'll only take a moment.
Okay, give me a second. No, I don't want to go.
Can I persuasion check you?
Not against player-player interactions. Illegal.
Isn't that his decision?
It's his decision, but like roles make it anti-fun. Unless it's consent by both sides, then sure, go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. I'm saying it. Can I roll you?
Sure.
Disgusting.
Let me make a. Let me make a.
Rolling's fun.
Oh yeah,
Is it truly?
that beat it.
I mean, that's what brought us into D&D, so I guess.
Imagine getting a roll 20 to ask Myzel to only get one fish and she gets two anyway. Or that 20.
I had a high number too, so. Okay. He just looks at T and he's still visibly shaking. He slowly lets go of Rune's hand. Okay. And he starts moving away from her. And gets off the table. And he leaves the room.
Once Alan has left the room, I use it as an opportunity to ask Rune if there's anything else this could be, or if Alan's description sounds accurate.
What?
Is that in character or out of character?
What?
Oh. What?
Now repeat.
I asked if Alan's description sounded accurate as to what you were feeling, or if there was some other explanation you could think of.
Am I able to, like, think?
No, you can think. Everything's foggy, and honestly, what you want is just to sleep right now. But Depends. What would you like to know?
Can I like tell that? Oh, like yeah, like cause she would remember that about the wasp eating at her tether, but once the once it was like all over, all the tethers just went back into her. So
Mm-hmm. But that's the key puzzle piece right there. You're not exactly sure what his spell does, but it seemed to have the ability to consume your tether. By drawing that into your body,
So is the tether like? I just look and say, Alan mentioned a tether. Is that tether inside of you, or is it inside of Alan?
It's inside of me.
Oh. And I like immediately become like 15 times more concerned.
It's okay. I deserve this.
First of all, that was 0 to 100 real quick. Sorry. How could you say that about yourself? Just the other day, you saved Alan's life.
I took another.
You didn't take that.
Well, if it's eating me from inside, then there's not much anyone can do.
What? There has to be a way to stop it. What if we kill the man who cast it in the first place?
Don't let Alan go back in there.
Would he have to?
It's in there. It's still alive. But it's Alan's head.
Would Alan have to go back inside of his own head? Or could someone else go for him?
I'll lost myself.
I will. Geez, how long does it take an 11-year-old to get up a flight of stairs?
What do you mean a flight of stairs?
Downstairs, low.
Yeah, I was laying them RP. Jesus.
Oh yeah, she's right there.
Yeah, I'm right in front of Mai. I was just laying them RP.
At this point,
runs up to my.
Rune's gonna die!
No.
at this point,
he-
as Alan's approaching, you see she's glaring at the stranger, and you hear her say, "What is wrong with sister?"
You just when that's happening, Alan's like approaching Mai, but he's low and he looks visibly upset and shaken.
Alan bursts through the door. Have I got news for you?
Yeah. Mai. He like comes up to her. He's
She-
like trying not to cry.
She looks back at him. She smiles gently. Little brother needs help?
He shakes his head. No, it's Rune.
She's dead.
Shut up, Katie!
So, and then I look at Saf, and then I look back at Mai. He was right. It's not just a regular sickness. she's been infected.
Infected?
He nods his head. When she saved me last night.
Fishman.
Mhm. Her
She
tendrils were. Her tether was infected
she
with a
looks at
spell.
she looks at Saf again. And she smiles at him this time. Thank you. Let's go help sister.
I'm really not sure what I did. But well,
Alan he stayed there to hear that, and he said, you were the one that brought up the idea. Thank you. And then he walks up.
he just Safaran just kind of stands there dumbfounded. Just kind of says to himself, "Well, I brought it up because it was correct."
Savage.
I am
Period.
just 11 years old. How dare
How dare you?
And he's just gonna sit back down in his chair and just big chill.
As Mizell enters and she runs in between T and Rune, she just looks between them, waiting for someone to give her clear instructions on what to do.
T looks up. Mizell, do you understand this whole brain, lizard man, tether mess?
Mizell doesn't know about tethers, but Mizell knows Wizard Man. Fishman is weak, and Mizell has grown stronger. Little brother has grown stronger. Must we fight Fishman again?
I don't know. They said it was a spell cast on Rune's tether. I'm not sure if that means we need to fight back inside of Alan, or if we need to take the fight to Rune this time.
She smiles. She looks between Alan and Rune. Yesterday Mizell was one. She taps the pendant and it shimmers for a moment. But today, Mizell can become two. Mizell can fight in both places.
Are you sure that's a good idea? We were all so close to not coming back last time.
Mizell only wants to protect, to help, to save family. Mizell will do what is needed. Mizell doesn't care the risk to herself.
If he
They-
cast it, he can dispel it.
What?
Because if he cast it, he can dispel it.
Oh, yeah, good point.
I mean, yeah, but if we killed him, it would dispel it anyway.
Yeah. So he's the one who cast it. Should he be our main focus right now?
Mizell
I
doesn't.
think so.
Mizell doesn't know magic. Mizell will let the family tell Mizell what to do.
I'm going to, at this point, turn to Alan because, like, I kinda know magic, but it's not my deal. I just throw fancy pens around for a living. And I'm going to say, Alan, what do you think?
I want to go find him. I'm going to try and fall asleep.
Mizell looks at Alan. You don't have to fall asleep. Just let Mizell in. She will bring little brother with her.
Alan nods at that. Because he doesn't want to be alone with friend again.
Come, little brother. Sit next to sister. Mizell will enter. Mizell will bring. And if she needs to, Mizell will enter big sister too.
Be safe. Be cautious. That's all I ask. I
She
don't want to lose either of you. And I give you both a very tight hug.
Mizell smiles.
Alan hugs him back.
She looks Alan deep in the eyes, and she jumps.
In?
She jumps into Alan.
In his head.
Oh,
You.
just you?
She's gonna be taking Ellen with her. Because right now, she can only bring the person who owns the mind space into it.
Cool. As you tap onto Alan, and you kind of grab on his shoulder. You guys share this moment before you disappear. Your bodies falling in the real world.
Those on the outside will notice Mizell hasn't fallen limp.
Never mind.
She is still sitting there.
I make sure to catch Alan and make sure he doesn't like hit his head on the stone torture table.
Yeah, Alan's staring blankly, unmoving.
Mizell's body looks to Rune. It looks back to T. There's no smile. There's no real emotion. But it's a very gentle look. And she just says to T, if Rune needs my help as well, I will enter her too.
We'll see how it goes in there first.
She
I point
nods.
to Alan's head.
She simply nods.
Be careful. Protect them.
Mizell is already protecting Alan. She is the part who cares about you. I am merely what's left.
Wait, who's talking?
She's
Your battery's running low.
Wait. Is that Mizell talking? Or
Mizell is many people. I am only one who recently learned to take control. And while Mizell, the real Mizell, is helping Alan, I will be here to protect, and if necessary, help you, Rune.
Mizell is multiple personality disorder confirmed.
At this point, you finish that statement, and one quick motion, it fizzles over, and you see Mizell and Alan land in a place ever so foggy. You peer around. You guys have a good sense of where you are at this point.
Mizell takes Alan's hand. She smiles down at him. Does little brother know where Fishman is?
He seems afraid to be back to where in his mind, and he slowly takes her hand back, like he holds her hand back, and he starts walking.
Mizell sees the fear, and she pulls back, turns him around, and takes a knee in front of him. This is
Oh.
little brother's domain. No one has control here but little brother. Fishman is weak here. Fishman is only as strong as little brother lets him be. Little brother is God in this place, but only if he believes in himself.
He watched her, and he seemed to gain a bit of confidence from that, and he nods his head. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
She
We're doing this for
smiles. She smiles, stands up, and takes his hand again.
This
Now
time
lead the way, God brother.
He smiles at that, and he holds her hand a little tighter as he starts leading her toward where where he was being held. The ritual area.
You begin to take your steps towards the look around. There's an eerie silence around. You expected at least the critters of the spiders to be around. It's just eerie silence. No sound whatsoever as you trek through the foggy mind space. You end up in front of the large stone ritual. You see the empty cage in the middle. The sky that once had an arcing light shine down is empty. And your friend is nowhere in sight.
It's not good. He looks to Mai. You should have been here.
Mizell looks around. She looks back down at Alan. And she just says, Tether?
The tether?
Could he have escaped? Could he be in Sister now?
If he's not here, then he might. He starts looking around. I maybe we should check just in case. He will usually leave and come back.
He's
Go
left.
where? Yeah, he. When I would be alone in there, he points to the cage. He would sometimes go. I don't know where. And every time he heard me try to escape, he'd come back.
That means he's still in your domain when he leaves this place. How big is Alan's domain?
He's a pretty smart kid, right?
Yeah. looks at 20 something intelligence. I don't even know.
You're not
Looks,
sure.
it's
Alan,
a
you've been
24.
the cage. You've been the cage your whole life. You haven't explored. This is the first time that you're able to see the cage with an open door, no chains.
I really don't know. But if anything, I want to keep looking around. But if you could really jump into Rune and check just in case.
She's gonna close her eyes and back in the waking world, her body's also gonna close her eyes. And you hear the voice of the Mizell that you know. We must check sister as well. Fishman is missing. Mizell will continue searching inside little brother. But we must check sister as well.
Hearing that, I'm just going to kind of brace her shoulders, getting ready for her to fall.
As she opens her eyes, the clear voice comes back. She looks at T and smiles. Thank you for being ready. And she jumps, and the clear Mizell jumps into Rune.
As you fly in there, where's Alan right now? Is Alan awake or still in his mind space?
Alan is still in his mind space with the Mizell,
With
the
Mizell,
with true Mizell.
Blair.
Yeah,
Mhm.
with Blair.
I said with flair.
Oh, with Flair.
Yeah.
Diet Mizell is in Rune.
Brick myself.
Brick Mizell. Yes, Brick Mizell.
Brick
As you do so,
for brick. You feel
the
pretty
Mizell at
good.
this point flies inside, goes ahead and whiffs inside of Rune's head. And as you land straight down, you end up in a town, a city. It's relatively empty. If you'd like to describe it, Rune, you can.
Well, you'll see that the town is like near a coast. Like you can smell the salt in the air. The town it's not quite a city. It's a town, but the town's like huge. It's a city town.
The town's not quite a city, but it's not quite a town. It's a city
It's a
town.
dire town.
It's the city of Townsville.
Oh, God.
Perfect.
That's disgusting.
We should go to the town of Citiesville next.
Wait. What? Will you meet the girl puff powers in the town of Citiesville?
Oh. Give me a sec, guys.
Okay. I mean, you can keep describing, Katie.
It's the town is empty. You see the ground is just flooded. You see water going into, like the water is like flowing through the houses. Some houses are completely submerged. Others are just like you just see just a huge flood just in this town, and it's raining lightly, but just a light rain just going
Alright.
through, and it's just a quiet, only the rain you hear.
And is Brick Mizell standing on the water, or is she in the water?
Brick
Um,
Mizell is Jesus.
Brick.
You're standing in the water, but like you're in a part where the water's just at your, just a little bit above your shins.
Mm.
So,
She looks around, seeing this. She frowns. It's no wonder Rune is distant. Such a lonely place. Now, where is this wizard? And she starts, Rune is in a ruin. She starts, walking deeper into the town, looking around, searching for any sort of malice or evil. She remembers what the real Mizell felt when facing off against the wizard. And she's looking for that same sensation.
As you peer around the town at this point, go ahead and roll an insight check.
Insight. Imagine having better than -1.
Within this ruined town, there's only a solemn despair and emptiness of a city once blossoming, turned to ruin. And walk these empty streets alone.
Fucking A.
I don't get it.
I walk these lonely roads,
These
the
roads,
only
the
roads
only
that I have
roads that I
ever
have
known.
Have ever known.
Mm.
Don't know where
Where
it
it
goes,
goes,
but
but
I'm
it's
the
all-
only one and I walk alone.
Dun, dun.
Ba-da, ba-da,
Look at what
ba-da.
you've started, Andy. Just look at it.
I'm just gonna sit here and eat my Doritos until you're finished.
A choir of nerds.
My shadows. I forget the rest of the lyrics.
Are the only.
The ones who
Inside.
walk beside me.
Okay, go ahead.
At this point, you guys hear in Alan's mind space, some pebbles trip and fall down from one of the four cornerstones of the ritual place and right onto the floor.
Alan looks to them.
Mizell also looks.
You peer in that direction. Go ahead, roll perception check.
Imagine.
Imagine all.
The people.
Oh,
Sorry.
Alan, you beautiful bastard.
As you peer around, you look towards the source, and Alan, your eyes instinctively both dart around in all directions. You look
Turn
towards the
around.
No.
God damn it, Reese. Stop.
You look around as your eyes dart. Look towards the sky. There's these black creatures, spider-like, but flying.
Fuck that noise.
Oh shit.
My. Do you see that? He points.
Mizell looks up. She watches them, looking specifically for where they're coming from.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Oh good, I'm not terrible at that.
Oh.
Alright.
Mhm.
As you look upwards towards the sky, myself. You...
What the
Ow!
fuck? That's not me this time.
As I look up towards the sky, my ears get destroyed by Robert.
As you peer up towards the sky, you look at almost a funnel of these black spiders with wings, a lot larger than they were before. Remember the 10 by 10 one you killed?
Mm-hmm.
There's a swarm of them in the sky, buzzing around in a torrent, a tornado in the sky.
Are they evolving?
Mizell is actively trying to conceal a wicked smile as she looks at this. She follows, with her eyes, she follows the funnel. She's looking for... Oh god, I'm gonna regret this. The biggest one.
As you peer upwards towards the sky, you don't really see much that catches your attention. There's too much in the swarm. They buzz around like bees surrounding something in the center.
We have to get closer, but be careful. Don't let them see us. There's too many of them.
She says, don't let them see us. So Mizell crouches down and motions for Alan to do so as well. And she starts walking towards it. And she's trying to sneak. Yep, Skyrim crouch. That's exactly what's happening.
Right.
There's no towards it. The funnel's in the sky.
Oh, so it's directly above us.
Correct.
Oh boy.
Hmm.
Myself here. I'm gonna attempt to. He holds out his hand. Maybe I can take us up there.
She looks at him and smiles. We must get closer. We must eradicate. And at this point, she cannot hold back that wicked grin. She takes Alan's hand. Bring us closer. And we can kill.
There's like a sweat drop to her wicked grin. We just have to know what's in the center. Something is obvious. Could be possibly controlling them. We just have to know what it is. Hopefully it's... He doesn't want to say his friend. He's gonna concentrate and attempt to lift them both up to the sky.
As a note, there is nothing in the sky to shield you or stealth you.
Yeah, I gave up on that as soon as you said they were directly above us.
Fun times, I see.
Yeah.
Hold your hands outwards, and that energy warms both of you. You begin to arc your hands slowly upwards, ascending slowly but surely into the sky. The nest still hasn't noticed you.
They will soon enough.
Hold up a second. There's nothing to stealth you. Does Alan not have a whole ass Harry Potter cloak of invisibility?
Metagaming.
I was gonna mention it, but I already had done my act. I can take it back.
I mean, we're still floating up. He can activate that at any time.
Alright. As they're floating, he's going to bring Mai really close, and he's gonna wrap his cape around her, and put up his little hood, and he's like, "Be
Oh.
silent." They look like a little ball, and then it's gonna their cloak is gonna slowly go from like this dark color into a clear color and just start blending in with everything surrounding them.
As
Mhm.
Ellen says to be quiet, Mizell bites her lip. She usually doesn't control her voice. She just speaks her mind. No pun intended.
Alright. But he leaves this little crack so they can see. Hello?
Mhm.
Cool,
Who
cool.
left?
Hello.
Robert.
Yeah, Robert had to sleep.
Okay.
Oh, you really want to go to combat right now? That's for you guys. You
I'm
guys
fighting
can
the
send-
urge not to sleep. I mean, to
Cool.
sleep.
At this point, as you guys arc towards the sky, slowly but surely, you ascend closer and closer towards the sky, several 100 feet above. You get closer towards the nest. You hold each other, close and warm. Look towards the swarm at the empty center of it. You hear the buzzing of their wings flying around. And suddenly there's a quick lashing outwards as the swarm separates. You see in the far, far epicenter of all of this, not your amphibian friend, but your amphibian friend crossed with a spider with wings.
Ugh.
Oof.
Alan holds his breath so he doesn't make a sound.
At this point, the head arcs all the way around, sniffing the air. The iconic staff in its hand, parting the large swarm of spiders as they're just dangling in the air. There's something there. Find it. The
Mizell
swarm of
looks.
spiders fly all the way around, some nearly touching you as they dart past.
Mizell looks at it for just a moment. She's got that wicked smile on her face. But then it turns into a frown. She looks down at Alan.
He's
We must go. And she wraps her arms around him. And they both get pulled out of the mind space.
But Rune, and then yeah, that happened.
As you flash right back out, you snap into your bodies once more. Look amongst you.
No, we can't just go.
Mizell looks at Alan. She looks up to T.
We should.
Fishman has grown stronger. In our absence, he's merged with the shadows. Mizell cannot do this alone. Mizell and little brother will need help.
Who do you want help from?
She looks over at Raw, then
You
looks
see
at
him doing squats.
T. Ra is missing a leg. Ra might have trouble in there. Can She cuts herself off, looks down into the right, looks back at T. Can brother fight? Can brother fight well?
I can fight. I can't fight well.
She looks back at Ra. Is Ra
mean-
willing to fight?
If it's just a mind space, then I
Yeah.
should be able to just kind of get my leg back. Hopefully.
That makes sense to me.
She smiles, thinks to how she summons daggers when she's in there. Ra is correct. That should be fine. Come. We
Imagine
must enter.
depriving Ra of combat. Like, just being like, sorry, Jonathan, you can't do any combat anymore because you're missing a leg.
Right?
You
Just
no
like, actually-
combat, only RP.
Nah. DI. At this point, he
Alan
stops his
Ryan.
squats. Whew. Okay. Hops over.
Okay.
Alan's watching Rune. He is holding his hands are at his sides and he's gripping tightly his palms into a fist.
It's going to be okay. I believe in you three.
Mizell lays one of her hands on Alan's hand. She motions for Rune to get closer. Ra to get closer. God damn.
Oh.
Ooh, now it's happening.
No, stop. he just gets on the table and starts sliding over.
Grab your passport
Right, so-
and my hand. I can make the cripples have legs for the weekend.
Shut up.
She takes
Alright, so
Ra.
how's this gonna work?
She takes Ra's hand, looks between the two. She closes her eyes. She's not sure that she can do this, but she concentrates and tries to pull Ra in with her as she takes Alan back into the mind space.
What do you want to do?
T, are you gonna catch me?
Yeah, I immediately, I kind of being like, oh fuck, it's happening. And I reach out and like try to put one hand on both Ra and Alan. Like their our shoulders to try to keep them upright or put them down slowly.
Meanwhile, Mizell's just gonna slump over.
Fuck!
Slumped.
It's okay, she's used to it. Oh wow, I just realized the implications of that statement.
Oh
Really?
Oh.
But if there's a whiz save involved, probably.
So, what we doing?
She's trying to
do you mean?
pull Ra and Alan into Alan's mind space.
Alan will already appear there, but you're just pulling Raw into Alan's minds.
Cuckoo is gonna tap onto Ra's shoulder. You're in an instance, just flow inside. As you guys step downwards towards the sky, you hear just wish past you guys, pushing the fog in distance. And you see in the far, far distance your friend, spider legs, wings, amphibian head. In the distance, tearing around, looking for you guys.
Ra will notice that he doesn't have any of his weapons on him. Mizell
So-
looks at him, expecting this to have happened. She holds out her hands and Her daggers just materialize in them.
He can just kick as a weapon now. That's not something he can do every day.
Rad
Right?
just looks at it. Rad just looks at it with the Pog Champ face. Okay. He just summons his bow, puts it on his back, and then summons his swords.
As soon as he lets go of the bow, it disappears.
Huh.
Disappointment.
Good to know.
You can only use as long as you hold. She throws it at one of the spiders. Throws one of her daggers at one of the spiders. She's not trying to hit it, just throws it
Okay.
past one.
Okay. Because I was gonna be like, oh, swarm alerted. Okay.
And
You kind of toss the dagger out. It just
Darkness, my old
kind of
friend.
whizzes as it leaves your hand.
once it goes past the spider, it disappears.
Ah. Good to know. But Jesus, that's a lot of spiders. Why are they flying?
They're evolving.
Ew. Okay. And I'm assuming the guy with the fish head is the fish mage? Why is he a spider now?
I believe they fused.
Double ew. Okay. So how are we gonna do this? We're just gonna...
We must kill
I think-
Fishman first. Save
Well, yeah.
sister. Then eradicate the spiders.
We have to make him dispel it, or at least tell us how.
Well, there's a lot of spiders. So I think someone's gonna have to draw the swarm away. They're all like surrounding him and all that.
As soon as he says that, Mizell takes off running.
Hi!
Wait, hold up.
Pull back.
Didn't make the plan. Didn't say the rest of the plan yet. Get back here. And she's gone. I'm not yelling. I'm not here.
You and my.
Did Katie
Uh-oh.
just snore?
That's fine. We're ending in a bit.
Okay.
As Alan calls out to Mai, she stops. Looks back. She's got a smile on her face as she puts her finger to her lips.
At this point, as you're conversating, you see in the distance the fish wizard takes its staff, raises it into the sky, and starts swirling it round and round and round. Maybe he's trying to draw something's attention.
Look good.
Mizell
I
stays.
think we should
and
just let
she
her do her
waits.
thing.
My. Is she still like hearing this?
Yeah, she's still within hearing
Earshot.
earshot.
Okay. If anything happens, leave, okay?
Mai just smiles.
Promise me you'll leave.
Mizell will not promise, because that would break her first promise. Promise to protect. Promise to rescue. Mizell will stay as long as Mizell is needed. Or until... She pauses for a moment. Until Mizell dies. Whichever comes first. She tilts her head to the right with a wicked smile as she says that last part.
Then promise you won't die.
Mizell will do her best.
Alan just watches her, but then he solemnly nods.
She
Before-
she now turns and runs in the opposite direction of the wizard. Once she's far enough away, she's going to throw both her daggers at
As he,
one of the spiders.
which spider?
Just whichever one's closest. She's not trying to kill, she's trying to distract.
Oh, go for it.
And as she runs away, Raj just kind of push the kid's head down and goes, "Get ready, they're about to start coming."
As he stabs into a spider, it turns towards his eyes, flare red, and all the spiders in distance stare towards you. And suddenly, apocalypse now. The sky turns black as the scream of spider begins to echo downwards. You see in the far, far distance, the mage stops waving its staff, and energy glows in the palm of its hand. It looks towards you guys in the direction that Myzel just alerted Swarm. Takes its staff, whiffs it to its side, and points downwards towards the ritual circle. In that instance, the ground cracks once more, and you see this large, colossal, 25-foot spider
Oh, my
Oh,
rip itself
good.
up
Oh
in
boy.
the ritual circle. Thunderstorms here in the far distance. I knew you'd come back. And we'd call the session there.
Yo.
Oh, fuck.
Also, worth mentioning, the spiders explode, right? So they were in a total swarm. You should have just killed one of them and had them explode each other to death.
You see, you would think that, but it doesn't really work like that for some reason.
Not in the mindscape, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially at the size of the big one, a one shot of just making it die would be
Hard, yeah.
Well, no, I meant like when they were swarming together.
Yeah, but they're big.
Yeah,
they're
still.
gigantic.
You can't really kill one in
Yeah,
one round before they just look at you.
Oh.
The first time Myzel fought one of these, it didn't have the wings yet. These aren't the these aren't the tiny
These are the big boy
one-hit
spiders.
dead ones.
These are big spidey boys.
Mm-hmm. And Myzel needed Kalavosh's help to kill that one.
Oops.
Welcome to the nest.
Damn, we found the nest.
I'd like to point out she still doesn't know that Kalavosh was in there.
Nice.
Fair. The hidden champion. But thanks for playing, guys.
Oh, that was fun.
Oh no.
That
Oh no.
just that last 30 minutes has me sweating, and it's actually not hot in my room for once.
You know, like, honestly, I know that this is not how it works, but, like, just the way that Andy described it made me picture just, like, lizard dude just wearing a bunch of spider, like, merch. Like...
Just cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
No,
like,
no. It's
Like the
Spider
puff-
Cult
you-
leader.
No,
Ewan.
I'm picturing, like, you know those, like, beer helmets like that, but with a spider? And then just, like, the staff has a spider taped onto it. Like, wearing, like, a spider shirt and, like, spider foam fingers. I don't know why my brain is like this, but here's where we are.
Cause it's like what, early in the morning?
It
Question
is
mark?
4:39 in the morning. Yes.
Yeah.
Dang,
Go
if we actually
spiders.
started a combat, y'all fuckers would not live to see tomorrow. No. We'd pass out before like the third round.
I'm wide awake.
Well, what are you talking about? We'd
I'm
pass
pretty
out
awake,
before
honestly.
the end of the first round with the way Jonathan does combat.
I'm gonna hit it 17 times. Okay, Pathfinder.
It's like, where the fuck did you get these extra ones? I only have 6 attacks.
Jonathan just
What?
min-maxed us
I only
more.
have 6 too. What? What do you mean? We talking about?
He
The
has
same amount of
6
attack.
times 2
Don't at
plus
me.
3.
Cool, but can't wait for tomorrow. See what the fuck y'all wanna do with the nest.
Bold of you to assume that we're all going to be here to play tomorrow.
Oh, true. I think it's Dragon tomorrow. Correct.
Ooh.
Yeah. Maybe we can have
Yay.
it earlier if
Um,
everyone's
Yeah,
available.
that's true.
no, with the way
Earlier
these
is not up to us.
also with the way these sessions run, we're not gonna get to Dragon if we do Mother first.
Alright.
No.
Then y'all do it.
Draw that weird fucking hybrid monstrosity creature for me.
Yes.
This man just putting in requests.
Yeah, he's not even